Hi guys, this is Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a get unready with me video. This is the slob edition. And I say that because it's almost 9 p.m. and last night I went to bed at about 7 p.m. last night, and I slept until 11 a.m. today, so a long time. And last night I just passed right out, and I didn't take off my makeup, I didn't really wash my face or anything. And today I had a hard time kind of getting going, and I didn't even have my coffee until 1:30 in the afternoon. And if I haven't had my coffee, then honestly I wouldn't have accomplished much between waking up and then having the coffee. So this is a slob edition because it's been a whole day and I need to take this stuff off my face. Okay, let's get started. So I'm gonna start by removing my makeup, or what's left of it. And I've got these Delon 100% cotton rands. I don't know if there's anything special about these, but they seem fancy. But there's nothing special on here, so they could very well just be regular cotton rounds. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm also using Vichy Pureté Thermal Soothing Eye Makeup Remover. Don't mind me, I'm just going to use the viewfinder as a mirror, so I'm not going to be staring into your soul the entire time, which is probably to your benefit. So I always start with my eyes when I take my makeup off, because that's generally where most of it is. And I don't know, I guess I just prefer doing it that way. I guess it makes sense because if all the makeup's on here and I'm taking it off, it's going to get kind of moved around the rest of my face. So why would I clean the rest of my face and then my eyes and then mess up the rest of my face again? I don't know. I always have to have a reason for everything. So last night I went to Mixx Lounge, which is a really cool bar, cocktail lounge, downtown Sarnia, which is the city that I'm from. And it's got a great location. It's on Front Street, right across from the water, and maybe a 15-minute walk from my house, which is really cool. And Mixx Lounge just opened in February. And I've been there quite a bit since it opened. I really like it there because they make really delicious drinks. So they have, I don't know, like over 100 different bottles of liquor, and they make everything by hand. So if there's juice, it's freshly squeezed, I think. They have all the different kinds of ice, so if a drink calls for a specific type of ice, like they'll make that ice. They'll hand crush ice, they'll have the different ice shapes and textures for your drink, and they make sure that whatever drink you have is in the correct glass for that drink, not just a plastic cup, which you get at a lot of places. So it's if you really enjoy not only drinking but the drinks themselves, which is cool because I do, and I learn something every time I go there. I like the thought process, I guess, that goes into crafting a drink. So I do really like going to Mixx Lounge because of the quality of their drinks, and they have really good atmosphere, and the owner, Mike, is really awesome. And they've got this locker system where you purchase the alcohol, you purchase a bottle from Mixx Lounge. So you purchase a whole bottle of vodka. And they have, I think, a little markup on it because they're purchasing it for you. But that bottle gets stored in the locker under your name, and whenever you come and you have a drink using that alcohol, you either don't have to pay anything if you have it, say, on the rocks, or if you mix it with some soda, all you pay when you're there is the soda cost. Like, you're saving money by just purchasing the alcohol through them. And then it's nice because if you go there, I'm so easily distracted. Oh, it's nice because if you go to Mixx Lounge and you have a locker set up under your name, you don't have to you don't have to take out cash. You don't have to have, I don't know, you don't have to spend money really while you're there. It's kind of already pre-spent, so you don't have to worry about that, which I think is nice. So, I don't know. It has its benefits, especially if you go there often like I do. There's really only 2 places in town I like to drink. The other ones are fine, but nothing special. So Mixx Lounge is one of my favorites, and then the other one is Refined Fool, which is Sarnia's best and only brewery. So they brew their own beer, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And I say that because I'm not a beer expert by any means. I only started drinking beer maybe a year ago, but that's because I've always hated beer, and I've tried beer, and I tried beer that other people seemed to think was the better of the beers, and my mom always drank beer, and you know, if I was at a party and there's nothing else, like, I'd try a beer, and just never, like, I would never finish beer. I never liked it at all. When it first opened, I liked it's down the road from my house, which is really cool. It's downtown, so it's surrounded by other cool things, and it has cool vibes. Anywho, so I tried one of their beers, and my God, are they delicious? They make delicious beer. I don't think I like any other place's beer as much as I like Refined Fool. And since trying Refined Fool and enjoying beer for the first time in my life, I have tried beer in other places, and I've been to different breweries before. Not that many, so I'm sure there are some that I'd really like just as much. But it's delicious. I have a few favorites there. Okay, so I used the makeup remover and I think got pretty much everything off my face. I'm going to go wash my face real quick and then come back and continue talking about my favorite Refined Fool beers, and also adding some skincare. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just washed my face real quick and took a Q-tip under my eyes to get rid of some of the stuff that gets caught under my eyelashes. So maybe I'll just keep my hair back. Where was I? Before I keep rambling about beer, I'm not an alcoholic. This is a really cool product. Oh, let's try and focus again. So this is the Wildcraft Balance Toner. It has geranium and orange blossom. And I got this at Made Collective, which is a little space downtown Sarnia on Christina Street, beside the Story. And Made Collective is, I think, 3 girls from the area that have created a physical presence and an online presence for local handmade products. So I think some of them make their own products as well, and they feature it through the Made Collective brand. But the idea is that they find products from locally, provincially, and all over Canada that they've curated, essentially, and then they feature these products through their website, and they also sell them through their physical space on Christina Street. So what I really like about Made Collective is that everything is curated, and they have a vision for the quality and the aesthetic of the products that they sell and promote. And I think they're doing a really good job of finding a way to promote local products in a in a way that gives people trust and is really attracting the buyer that may not normally buy locally. I think some of the reasons that people hesitate to purchase local products is because they don't know what to expect. They don't know if the quality is there. It's not a proven brand. They don't understand the cost, why handmade and local products more often than not will cost more. I think there's just a lack of knowledge and education in that area for the average consumer. That's not to say that people don't ever buy local products, but, you know, and actually I think price factor is a big thing. I think that, okay, so I paid about maybe $13 for this, and there are definitely cheaper products out there, but this is not just full of water, and it's also not full of chemicals. In addition to that, this is a product that is handmade in Toronto and goes to support Canadian business. The sale that Made Collective made on behalf of Wildcraft improves that local business. So sure, I could go to Shoppers and get, I don't know, a $6 Neutrogena or a sort of no-name brand toner, but I think the ingredients and then what happens with my purchase, like where my money goes at the end of the day, I think that it's worth paying a couple extra dollars for that. So next I'm going to use Biotherm's Life Plankton Essence. So I'm not exactly sure what the hell this thing is. I just know that I tried a sample of it one day. My Uncle Scott, he works at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I'm pretty sure I got a sample from him for Christmas or something. I don't remember. And it was the nicest feeling serum I've ever put on my skin. And I told him that, and I was like, that stuff was amazing. Anyway, I think the next Christmas or the next birthday or something, he got me a bottle of this. And so I've been kind of using it ever since. So this is some kind of serum. I mean, they call it an essence, but to me it feels like a serum. It's kind of a watery, like a thicker, watery, moisturizing product. It's obviously watery enough that I have to kind of apply it in this way. An actual serum, I think would be a little bit thicker. But this stuff, it just makes it's like really brings, it's called Life Plankton Essence, and honestly it really does bring life back to the skin. So I'm gonna let that kind of sink in for a couple minutes, which gives me time to get back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about before I got sidetracked was my favorite beer, and I got sidetracked because of the toner I was using. So I have a few favorites from Refined Fool, and my ultimate favorite, I might have a new ultimate favorite. So Refined Fool recently came out with a Russian Imperial Stout called Shirtless at the Kremlin, and it's, I think, 11.2% alcohol, which is pretty insane for a beer. I think most beers around the 5.5% mark. So this is pretty well double that. And it is delicious. It's dark, and because it's such hot, it's also, I don't know, aged in bourbon barrels or something like that. So it's boozy tasting. It is delicious. Like, it is not something that you're gonna have like 5 tall glasses of. I mean, you could, but I probably wouldn't. It's something, I think it's a nice bottle to share. You know, have a buddy or a couple friends and y'all have some of the stout. This serum's more or less worked into my skin, but I'm going to be putting a moisturizer on too, and that's got to sit. So I don't see the harm in kind of slightly layering it. This is the Intense Soothing Care Cream by La Roche-Posay. Are these all French brands? La Roche Biotherm. Biotherm is French, and Vichy sounds French. Vichy is French. Okay. French skincare, get UnReady with me. That's kind of cool. So the Russian Imperial Stout is one of my favorites. It's fairly new. Generally, my favorites are the dark beer. I've recently been trying Refined Fool's lighter beers. I don't know, IPAs, I think. And honestly, I don't really know the light beers very well. I've been trying them just because I've had so much dark beer over the past year that I'm ready to try something else. That, and actually the real reason is because right now most of the dark beers that I like are seasonal, so they come in and out. And I think right now, in terms of the seasonal beers, they don't have any dark beers. So they have one or two. Refined Fool has one or two dark beers that they carry all the time, and they're good, but not my favorite. So recently I tried a lighter beer. But my favorite Refined Fool beer, aside from Shirtless at the Kremlin, is the Strike 4, which is a Belgian quad. I'm not sure what that means, but I know it's dark and it's delicious. They also have a seasonal beer that's called Murder of Crows. And I'm not sure if that's a stout or something else, because honestly, I really don't know that much about beer. I've just recently discovered a love for it. But I can share the beer list down below in the description box, and you can check out their beer if you're interested. And honestly, if you're in the Southwestern Ontario area, or if you're in Michigan, somewhere between Port Huron and Detroit, Refined Fool is worth stopping at. Like, if you like beer, if you like to sit outside on the patio, they also have board games and like popcorn, and oftentimes they have live music, or they have board game nights and trivia nights. Like, they're a fun place to be. I think that's it. My face is extremely tacky right now because I have Life Plankton Essence and the Intense Soothing Care. It's basically a moisturizer. I have both of those on, and they're both sinking in. This is my first time doing a video like this, but I think it's kind of fun to sit down and chat. And if you like what you saw today, please subscribe. And actually, if you know of any breweries or cool places to get a drink in Southwestern Ontario that I should check out, please let me know, because I'm always interested in going for a drink, especially for a nice one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.